Oh yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth. I am Dan the Lawyer host, and our other host, Ron from CG Artist. Woo woo!
Hi everybody.
Hey.
Oh wait, I didn't do it right.
Oh, you didn't?
The Simpsons. Sorry. Go on.
Oh. We got Lovett in the house. What's up, Lovett? Woo woo!
Hey.
She's got her hands up.
Like holding your hands up?
I guess so.
That's how you hold. All right.
That's how you hold it, right?
That's how you hold your hands up. No, put your hands up. You put them up.
Yes, put your hands up.
Right.
So tonight we're talking about not only Fallout, but like other game adaptations into movies and shows.
Yeah.
Fallout is the main one we're going to be talking about tonight. Lovett says it is painful. It's painful holding your hands up.
It is painful.
I'm trying to fix my chair because it's like, ay, everybody. Yay.
Yay.
If you want to buy me a new chair, let me know because I need one. So, yeah, Ron. First of all, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Good. Every weekend is a good weekend, as I tell people a lot. Because it's true. But this weekend especially, a lot got accomplished. Working on my part 2 video of the Vuelix video game system.
Oh, nice.
Arcade machine, I should say. And I've got it all primed. So next up is painting it.
Ooh, nice. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of video games do you put on those things?
Mostly MAME.
Okay.
So if you're into emulation, it's basically thousands of games from the arcade. Okay. I can put some console games on there all the way up to, I believe, PlayStation 3. And then after that, it kind of gets... Well, no, I guess I can go up to the Switch, but PlayStation 3 would be the bigger console. The Nintendo Switch would be, handheld, and that's as far as I can take it right now. So all the way from Pong to now.
Nice. That's cool.
Yep.
Maybe I should one day save up some money and buy one from you.
Can make a what they call is a countertop one, or a bar top. That's what they call them, which is half a machine, a little bit smaller. That just sits on any table, so that would work too. Yeah, those are nice. Those could be really nice. That
is cool.
Yep.
We got Ms. Martin Muses. What's up? She waves us and gives us a rose.
Hello.
We like roses.
Yeah, you catch them in your teeth and then cook them afterwards. Wait, that's not how it works. Anywho.
So tonight, another one of our hosts wasn't able to make it tonight. He was feeling a little down and out. So we'll pray for him.
Yep.
He just lost his puppy, or not a puppy, it was a dog. But
that can't be easy.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm kind of glad I don't do animals right now, because
for the longest time, that was the reason why I didn't get a dog, and then all of a sudden,
look at you.
All of a sudden, this one came into my life. Wow.
Nice. He's like, you're talking about me?
Nothing. Nothing.
So, So I've had my share of animals passing away and stuff. So it's not a fun time. It is hard. So we'll keep him in prayer for a little comfort, especially, some people get really close to their animals. Me, I don't, my last couple of animals that I've had, I wasn't as close as I was when, like, you first have an animal, so it's like, anyways, with that being said, let's talk about some post-apocalyptic 1950s, but 2000-somethings Fallout show. Let's
alternate universe.
Yeah, alternate universe.
At its finest.
For sure. Now, I think it's kind of cool how it's like, it's like it goes back. It does the backflash and it goes to the future, and it's kind of it was. I did watch all 8 episodes. It took me like 2 days to watch them.
Nice.
They're
Okay.
like an hour episode long.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of cool. It's almost as long as a movie, but it's not a movie, And for some weird reason, it always kept my interest. Like how some things are like, it's an hour long, and you're like, man, I really don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Watching it, and you're like, and you feel the hour, and you're like,
I'm dealing with a show called The Expanse, which is it. I just got through with episode 1 of that, and that was one of those where I'm like, but I'm trying. I'm told it's a good show, so I'm really trying. So now episode 2.
Yeah. So what I think that keeps my interest in this show. Obviously, if you guys haven't seen the Fallout show, spoiler alert, we're going to.
Leave now. You've been warned.
You've been warned. I don't have any spoiler stuff on this thing. Oh well.
Oh, I'm sure we'll touch upon it.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert. The show it's almost like you're watching it, obviously, to see what's going to happen next. Yeah. But it's always like something, like I feel like something scary is going to happen. Yeah. And it never does. It never happens. But then you sit there and you look and you're watching something like something scary is going to happen again, and then it doesn't. And then, I mean, it's like, I think it's that thrill or something.
I think so too.
Like, because when they're walking in the dark with the flashlights, you're like, ooh, something's going to jump out,
Right.
But it doesn't.
but sometimes that's the best way to scare you. Instead of a jump scare, it's just the idea, kind of like Howard Hitchcock would do, just the idea of what could happen.
Yeah, exactly. So they did a really good job. So I think that's why my interest was like peaked to the highest peak watching this show, just sitting there going, ooh, what's going to happen? What's not, they did a really good job. Now, I've never played the games.
Me neither. Never played, but I did watch a walkthrough of Fallout 4 up to a certain point. Then I kind of got tired of it, but I watched that on YouTube long time ago, because it was at the time it was like the hottest game, and people, my coworkers were playing it, and I'm like, what's going on? I've heard of Fallout before, but I was like, okay, why is this one so special? And I guess it's one of the better ones out of all of them. Fallout 4 and then Fallout 76, I think, came out after that.
Okay, nice. So I've heard mixed reviews on Twitter about the show. Like, it doesn't really follow the game, or it is really good. I don't know, because like I said, I never played the game. Since you haven't played the game, you probably don't really know. What was the walkthrough like that you watched a little bit?
So you start off in a vault, it's through the eyes of one of the vault people, and then you come out, you kind of dress yourself or give yourself a persona, a look. And then you just explore the world and try to figure out what happened to loved ones. I don't want to ruin the game and all, but to make a show out of it, if you were to follow the actual game, it would last an episode or 2, and then you'd kind of stop. The game is all about crafting and exploring, and to tell that in the story, in my opinion, it doesn't work as well. Now, not having played the game, I get how a diehard would be like, oh, this, it's no good. It's like something Star Wars like, to someone who's never seen Star Wars before, something like Boba Fett or Mandalorian or Ahsoka would be something like, oh, this is pretty cool. But if you're the diehard Star Wars person, there are things that you pick up on. There are Easter eggs, just like in Fallout, for those diehards. But then there's some, and I often say this, there's some misses, and I think that's probably why you're getting a little bit of hate on the Twitterverse and all. But if you take it for just a adventure show, post-apocalyptic, fantastic show.
Yeah.
The design, I love the juxtapose of the 50s, yet way beyond even our era.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty,
It's
pretty
fun.
amazing.
It is. Good.
And in true Amazon Prime fashion, they did not hold back on the gore.
No, they didn't. They did. They did a good job on all of it.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a show that you would probably want your 8-year-old to watch.
No.
Definitely not.
I could see an 8-year-old me having nightmares about that one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There's some scenes. Wow.
Yeah. Exactly. Even though they're not like scary scenes, but they're the images. The image is kind of graphic and scary. Yeah. Lover says Fallout's always been popular. Yeah, it has.
It has been. Yeah.
And Carl says don't know anything about Fallout. Well, me either. Except for
that's just it. You can watch the show and not have any clue about the games or anything, and it's still a really good watch, and it still holds your attention and makes you want to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, exactly. So after episode 8, I'm still, man, I wish they would have made more, like what's going to happen now,
Well, if you look at the ending of I guess this isn't really giving it away, and we did give the spoiler warning, but if you look at the ending of each episode, they do this pan back view of kind of the land, right?
Yeah.
And you'll notice there are things that they're showing that you have not seen yet, because what they're showing you is what's going to happen in the very next episode.
Right. Exactly.
So it's pretty cool how they did that. So according to that, if you look at the very last episode, they kind of touch upon what might be next.
Yes. Yes, that's good. We also have Phil coming on. He's coming on now. Hopefully we can see his face. He has played the game, he said. So we will.
Okay.
What's up, Phil?
Hey, Dan.
Phil has his own YouTube channel, Phil TMNT. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could survive and live through the apocalypse. I don't know how long the turtles live, though.
I don't know.
Well,
about 100 years.
Yeah, some turtles live for 100 years. Some lives even further than that.
There you go. Plus, there's some characters that, there are questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, like we did say, spoiler warning.
We did.
So there, it was interesting to not know, but kind of know that there are people living over 200 years, and you're like, how did they do that? And in the end, they show kind of how they did it and stuff. They're like in these ice boxes or something. They just sit, like you've seen what is it called, Demolition Man? They throw them in the ice, and then they come back out, So So it's kind of I think it's kind of like that, but it looks more like one of those healing tanks from the Boba Fett show,
Yeah.
Rounded thing. So yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, so that I would say it is a good show, and I would say that it's a good adaptation of a game, just because it is what it is.
Yep. So I guess that's a good segue. And speaking of adaptations of games, we've all seen when a game is done poorly in a movie format, or even have we ever seen a show? Mostly movie format.
Movie format. Yeah.
When I think of a bad movie that came from a game, I think of the first Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Or the first and the second, the Street Fighter. That was pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
that was pretty bad.
Then
that would go.
Yeah, and then it kind of changed. Mortal Kombat came out, and it was
a little better, but it wasn't the greatest. Yeah.
Right. So fast forward, because there was really nothing. I mean, you've had some Sonic the Hedgehogs, which have done pretty well. I've not seen them, and I don't think I will see them. You have the Super Mario Brothers, the new one, which is, I actually saw that. That worked out really well. I was pleasantly surprised.
Great game.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
It
was a game. It was and it was a good game too.
Yep.
So, I mean,
several games.
What I like about the adaptations of like what we were just talking about is that they may not like follow the game exactly.
Right.
But they give a good storyline so that when you do follow it, it makes sense.
Yeah, and they throw the little things in there and make a little more sense to why, eating a mushroom would do these things, or jumping high, or just little things like that. And then you have it used to be at the top until Fallout came out, and now it's a debate of which one's better. But you have The Last of Us, which is a great adaptation from the game. That did really well. Again, not for someone who's 8 years old.
Right.
Young is in it, but still, really good adaptation of a video game right there.
Yeah. Now, I heard Halo did not do well.
And so Halo, that was one of those ones where I'm like, man, how many episodes are left? I don't really want to. And I never really finished season 1, so I can't really speak upon it. But it had my interest peaked for a little while. See, one thing I don't like, which happened in some other shows, because the actor has to get FaceTime, is when you have a character who's not really supposed to take off their helmet, or we've never seen them in any of the games or any of that. It's this big mystery, you interpret it the way you want to. Right. And then within the first hour of a 2-hour premiere, the guy's got his helmet off. I don't know what it just does something to the character, all the mystery is just gone. I don't know. And then like Fallout, you can't really follow the game in a storytelling sort of mode. It wouldn't really sustain an episode or two. And they've gone very far from the way what Halo started off as in the game. And I think that's its downfall.
Yeah. Now, I remember playing the first Halo game. I didn't play much more after that. Mm-hmm. And then I've never seen the show, so it's hard for me to say if it was good or not, so.
It's okay. Graphically, it looks fantastic, but that's kind of where it stops for me.
Yeah. That's and what's nice about Fallout is that it's got good graphics and it looks like they use some practical effects too.
Yeah, they do. Like the Brotherhood of Steel armor was practical effect, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Same. I agree.
Yeah, so I think that's that, and that type of stuff makes a movie or a show better for some reason.
Yeah.
If only they can do that for the newer Ninja Turtle films, that would be great.
Yeah.
Well,
just saying Nickelodeon.
Right. Just saying Nickelodeon. Well, I did hear that there is a Last Ronin movie coming out, so that's.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know what Last Ronin is, it's like a newer comic of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's just darker. One of the turtles, which it's darker. It's more sad, I guess, because
it's darker, grittier. It's kind of like Batman. It launches like 40 years in the future.
Yeah,
as in a way a revenge story.
Yeah, now in the comics it's Michelangelo, but they don't know in the movie who it's going to be. So hopefully they stick to Michelangelo.
I hope they stick with Michelangelo too.
Because he was the fun-loving guy, and then now he's like dark and gritty because all his brothers died, his master's gone, so it's So
and it makes for a good transformation of character too, and see how he deals with it,
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So that would be cool if they kept it more 1990s-esque with like how the turtle looks,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely that would be the best. hopefully they use some practical effects with a little CGI and not all CGI. Like,
yeah, I feel like there needs to be a healthy mix.
Yeah, exactly. Going back to Fallout, you know what I enjoyed was the town that was in the woods.
I enjoyed that too.
Yeah, they called it Philly.
Yeah.
And I was like, what post-apocalyptic show or movie has ever shown the woods? You know, they don't. It's mostly all just desert, sand.
Right.
And,
exactly.
You know, that's it. But it was nice to see a different scenery for sure. So that kind of made me like happy to see that. I was like, that's cool.
One thing I really liked, it's a very minor thing, is the choice of bullets. You know, that some of the characters were using, and you know, you put yourself in that situation, you think about, you know, just how sterile things are. You know,
right.
Again, another spoiler, but I guess they use human teeth as bullets. One of the characters does, and one of the characters gets shot with that, and it's like, that's messed up on a whole lot of levels.
yeah, that is so true. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Sean from the Stack House.
Hey, Sean.
How you doing? He's we've been following each other on TikTok, him and I.
Oh, nice.
He's a pretty good guy. He talks about a lot of stuff.
Cool.
Kind of like our show, you know, just talks about nerdy stuff and whatnot.
Yep.
So So give him a follow, everybody who's watching, just in case, you know.
Okay, yeah, give me the information after the show. I'll follow.
Okay, yeah. So like, what was I gonna say? Oh, again, because we're talking spoilers of the Fallout show, mostly, is going back to the council of the people that are doing the Fallout, you know, and they're like, well, can we do this and this and this, you know? So they all had their own way of how they were going to run their own little communities, basically. And basically it was like test subjects, you know, like we're just testing things out and seeing what people would do, you know. I want to, like, the one guy's like, yo, I would love to have a place where it's like the bunch of rats and then they fight each other and kill each other, you know. It's like, okay, you can do that and then you can do this, and
yeah, that's kind of messed up, man.
It is but yeah, it's funny how that happens, you know. I still am like, they kind of talked about it and you kind of see what's happening, but they never really explained why and how. What is it called? The 32 number people.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't explain really.
Explain the vault numbers.
Yeah, vault 32. How did they find out? Fall? Yeah, and how did they all kill each other? Basically, you know. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to me. Hopefully,
that's one of the bad vaults.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the rat vaults, you know, where they fight each other and kill each other. I would like to see like a backflash on how that happened and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I guess come to think about it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they ever explained that in the games. At least not in the third one or the fourth one yet. I have yet to beat the fourth one. I don't remember that being explained in either game.
Yeah, everything just kind of fell apart, and they don't really tell why.
Yeah. Now I understand a little bit of, like, you know, what they say. It was the mother that got into Vault 32, you know. Mm-hmm. She had the pass for it and stuff. And obviously something happened where everybody's saying we know the truth, because that's what's written all over the place, you know.
Yep.
So you kind of get a sense of like what happened, but not really. You know, it's not like, well, who spilt the beans and why weren't people, you know, more civil about it, you know, type of thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, whatever. I'm sure they'll show that in the next episode or something. I mean,
Yeah.
next season. Why do I say episode? Season. Which will be episodes.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Episode 9.
Yeah, episode 9. But yeah, the next season. I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the next season. Just
I am too. I really am too.
I am too.
Yeah. Yeah. Phil, what'd you think of the Fallout show?
I mean, on one hand, I really enjoyed it because I felt like the world really like honored the game's world.
Okay.
I can kind of see like if I if I was like a more hardcore fan to Fallout, I can kind of see myself like picking like some of the like things apart like very, very harshly.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. Like some of the acting was kind of cheesy, like Maximus was cheesy. I feel like.
I thought that at first as well.
Well, you know what? You know it's funny. Have you seen any movies with Cuba Gooding Jr. in it?
Yeah.
That actor reminds me of him a little bit, especially in those like comedy cheesy movies where he's like, oh, being like a funny guy or something. Yeah, I think that's where Phil's saying it was a little cheesy, but at the same time, it was more like it reminded me of Cuba Gooding Jr. in his like funny roles, where he's playing kind of dumb, but not really,
Yeah.
So yeah, just my opinion. I thought that was kind of cool because I did, I grew up watching Cuba Gooding Jr. and I liked a few of his movies and stuff, especially Rat Race. He was in that one, and so I was like, ooh, that's cool. So yeah. So that's what I thought.
But essentially, like, just based off, like, pretending I haven't played Fallout 4 yet because I haven't completed that game yet, and just sticking with Fallout 3 where I beat the story mode too. Yeah, I kind of could feel the atmosphere of the games in this show. Some of it could have been better, but I think it was pretty spot on.
For
the most part.
Yeah. So it's more of like an eerie game must be then, right?
Yeah.
Kind of eerie. You're looking for stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you're looking for that jump scare, but it never happens.
Oh, it happens. They didn't touch upon it in the show, but there are things out there that I was hoping they'd show, but maybe that'll be what'll bring you into season 2.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping that they'll bring in the whole like those Goliaths.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like hoping that we'll see that.
Yeah, that would be pretty. That would be worthy of a season 2 to be like, how do you top up, the first season, right? That would help without being too over the top, but it would help. Another thing would be super ghouls. Be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, super ghouls.
Yep.
Nice. Now what? So since I've never played the game, what is a super ghoul? Are they just like ghouls but better?
They are, but bigger, much bigger. Like I thought for a moment, I thought they were going to touch upon that in the town with the big guy, but that was not a ghoul. It was just a thug.
Oh, okay, just a big guy. Yeah. Interesting.
Yep.
I also have to admit, part of me would laugh if they bring in Liam Neeson into the show, only because he played. Spoiler alert to the third game, if you guys haven't played it. But he plays the dad in the third game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I would laugh if they actually had him in the actual second season. As a
see, and they can little things like that. They can throw that in there for fan service and just make it make sense too. Which I think they did a lot in this in season 1, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and they're little subtle things too, like the gas station. That's kind of a big deal for Fallout 4, right?
I haven't completed that yet. That's maybe one of the parts I haven't got to yet.
Well, I know when they were doing like a tech demo, I believe it was of Fallout 4. When you first turn on the game, that gas station, they show you all like how good the graphics are by going through that gas station.
Oh, okay.
The graphics in Fallout 4 is amazing.
Yeah, and they've actually remastered it now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it better? Because I've heard
it looks better. It looks much better. It's
right.
for the new the next gen consoles now. So they have it on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
PlayStation 4 and the new Xbox, and it's that type of graphic treatment to it. So.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Hey, have either of you guys played BioShock?
I have. My brother forced me to.
So I guess there's a company working with Netflix to bring that to the episodic small screen. And if they can take a page from Fallout of what went right, that would be, I think, a spectacular series.
Yeah.
BioShock 1, not the third one, where they're in the sky, but the one where they're underwater. Because there were a few scenes in Fallout where they were in that one place where they were going to harvest her organs. That it looked very BioShock-ish.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite games of all time, BioShock. One of them.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
nice.
I really, really dug that game. The part 1. Part 2, I didn't get into as much. I don't know why. If you love something, you continue to play. But I really loved part 1. Like that's something I would actually break out and play today.
Right. You know, Ron. You know what happened is you got older. That's what happened. You got older.
I got into Call of Duty, and then that took over my life for a while. That's what happened. That's all I would buy. Like, you've got this awesome console. That's the only game you have? Yep.
Right. Now, are they going to make a Call of Duty show or something? That would be cool.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If they did, it would have to be the zombie part of it. Like, because you figure World War II or whatever, there are plenty of movies on that. And if they do the future kind of war stuff, the only one that would make sense for Call of Duty is the one where they went kind of up to the future where people are running on walls and all. But that didn't do well enough as a game to constitute it. But who knows?
Yeah.
But zombies always does well. So that would be, as if we didn't have enough zombie shows already.
Right.
One game series I can kind of see them doing. Crap, right? I had a brain for it. Never mind. I'm going to shut up now. I'll go to my corner of shame because I forgot.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I think I would like to see Metroid.
Metroid? That's a game?
I feel like they could kind of make a game from it, or a movie from it, or a show or something. I don't know. I think that's one of those things you do a movie, a one and done. Because there's some games that are fun to play, have a good story, but they will not sustain an episodic type of treatment. They are much better served as a movie. Like, I couldn't imagine a Mortal Kombat series. It just get old, I mean, it's just not going to work. But one movie will do it. Like the newer one,
Yeah, I agree with you. So you guys have heard Red Dead Redemption, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that would be cool. That would be.
What's a Red Dead Redemption? Never heard of it ever.
Oh no! Oh well.
No, I was talking with you.
I know. But that would be a cool show because I like westerns,
Mm-hmm.
And what's kind of cool about this the Fallout show is that they kind of touch on the western thing just because the guy was an actor for supposedly old western classics. So I like that, And
the good thing about these shows too, or these games, that if they turn them into shows, is they can always go with the alternate universe type thing, And so some things can be totally made up just to be similar to the game,
Yeah. No, that's true. That's good.
The one thing though, I want them to turn into a movie that's a game, and they promised us like years ago, and they never fulfilled. Thanks a lot, Other Punch. And it's like, Cooper, when are we getting the dang movie?
That would work, yeah. So anything like that, I think, could go straight to Netflix and be an instant hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it would, I don't know why, but in my mind, it seems like it's easier to get something out on Netflix than to get one of the big movie studios to actually go to the theater with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a Netflix or Max, Paramount even. You know, it just seems like it would be easier to pitch the idea to those companies.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, you could thank Netflix for starting it all.
This is true.
The moment they started doing their own content, it just blew the doors wide open, right?
Yep. I heard that a long time ago, though, when they first started that, they were not making money. They were losing money.
Oh, when you had to mail back the CD?
That too, yeah.
I think everybody had a red envelope with CDs on them. It was a funny time.
It was an interesting time.
Yeah, back when Blockbuster Video was out.
Yep. I kind of like I miss the Blockbuster sometimes.
I do too.
Or like the local home video, you know?
Yeah, Family Video, which finally, I think, just recently closed its doors. So, it's sad that era's kind of gone. Are there any red boxes anymore? I used to see those in front of.
They do.
They do. Okay, I used to see them in front of gas stations and Walmart
stores, right? Yeah, and Walmarts. There is a red box over by my grocery store.
Okay.
The grocery store is called Tops. So, yeah, they used to have this slogan: "Tops never stops, making you more," or stuff like that. What was it? Tops never stops, giving you more, or something. I forget what it was, but it was, you're saving money, but you're really not,
Isn't that the case with all of them?
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, that's great. Yeah, so 38 minutes in, let's do a little commercial break, I guess.
Sure.
Right.
Tell everybody about our merchandising.
Ooh.
Where is the one? Here it is.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising. Where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And everybody, you can go to our shop page. It's called insidetheboothreviews.com/shop, and you get yourself some good merchandise, especially ones like this. It's called a neck gaiter. But if you are in the post-apocalyptic world, this will help the dust stay out of your mouth.
Also good for motorcycles.
Yes.
Keeps the June bugs out of your mouth. Ugh.
We're not June yet, but we'll be there soon.
Although they do hurt when they hit you at that miles per hour. Ouch.
I'm sure it does.
Oh, it does.
You should get one of those little windshields on your bike.
The helmet's good enough.
Yeah, okay. You get the helmet visor.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just want a windshield on my pizza boxes, so that way my brother or sister tries to get my pizza, I can activate the windshield and slap their hand away with a pizza windshield wiper.
It's gotta be electrified. So if he touches it, it zaps him.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
That would be better. Better ideas. Yeah. So, all right. So, what other games? Let's talk about games we did not like that turned into movies.
Assassin's Creed. I did not like that.
And that turned into a movie, huh?
They did that. I think was Prince of Persia? I feel like that was a movie, but the previews made me go, nope.
Yeah. Now that was a good game though. I remember when that was pretty popular.
Yep.
I didn't realize they made a movie out of it.
I thought they did recently. They just didn't look good at all. What else? What else have they made into a movie that they should not have, or a show? I'm drawing a blank, but as soon as the credits roll, I'll bring up. They'll all pop in my mind.
Well, this isn't based on a video game, but it's based on a show. The last Airbender movie.
Oh, so there's a couple of those, right? There was one that didn't do well, and then there's like a brand new one that just came out, right? Or is coming.
Oh yeah,
out.
I'm not talking about the Netflix one. I'm talking about the M. Night Shyamalan that I call a different name.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But it's not Inside the Booth worthy of me mentioning.
No, it probably wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
I think I remember that. It was called The Airbender, right? The movie.
Yeah, the last Airbender.
The last, yeah. But I've never watched it. I'm glad I did.
Good. Save your brain cells.
Yep. Yep.
I pretty much call it the last poop bender, but
poop bender.
But replace poop with a curse word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
so
that
Assassin's
bad.
Creed is a movie from 2016. I don't remember seeing the commercials for it though.
I do. I was going to
yeah.
see it, but then I heard like so many bad reviews of it. It's like no.
Yeah. It probably isn't that
Wait,
good.
what else did they make a movie? Let's see. We had Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Ugh. 2 Mortal Kombats, in fact. I think the latest one I liked a little bit more.
Did you like that one more? I like the original Mortal Kombat movie.
I like the 90s music from it, but that's about it.
That's true. That's probably why I like it. Now, what about the Super Mario Brothers or Bros?
Oh,
Super
I've
Mario
never
Bros.
seen that movie.
Man.
It was bad, but for some reason, as a kid, I liked it. I don't know why. Yeah,
Nope.
I don't know why.
No, all I
like
see from that is Bowser, and it just makes me shake my head.
He was a dinosaur, right?
Shakes my head. It was not just any dinosaur. What is like? Have you never seen a dinosaur before? You know, I'm thinking. I'm asking the creators. Have you never seen one? Why would you give him this little tiny head? What is wrong with you?
Exactly. And what was it? And Toad, they had like little heads too. That was stupid.
It was just weird, man.
It was
now
weird.
you guys are making me want to see the last
trust me.
You should watch it. It's funny and dumb, and yeah, it's just one of those movies. You definitely, I think it's definitely a movie that you have to be on drugs watching.
I was just thinking that. Like, you have to be. It's the only way.
That's the only way to like it, I guess. You know.
That's funny. I was just thinking the same thing, man.
That's great.
Oh, it was so.
Man. Yeah, it was.
That is a taste I will not soon forget.
Well, you can kind of say this was based off a game. You know, this was a game based off a comic book. But the third Ninja film that was in the 90s. Because even though I do dig a lot of those jokes, and like actually using rubber shoes, that was the weakest one of the 3 Ninja films in the 90s.
What show was that?
The third Ninja Turtle film in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Because that was supposedly loosely based off the Turtles in Time game.
Oh, was it?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, well, I don't know. All I know, it wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was compared to the first 2.
Yeah, I liked parts of it, but you know, as I rewatch it as an older adult, it's like, man, it wasn't as good. You know, like when you're a kid, you eat all that stuff up. But like,
yeah, you do.
when you're an adult, it's like, yeah, that like even the costume design was like way off. It's like, why are they more like bird beaks instead of
That's why,
what
that's why
happened to
some
the
movies I won't watch again because I need to remember that how I remembered it. I can't watch
right as a kid, yeah.
I need to keep that memory alive.
The reason why I keep going back to that movie, even though I was acknowledge this movie's bad, is for the simple fact that Michelangelo said, "I'm really a beautiful princess in disguise. Bring this kiss. Bring this bell. Give me a kiss." That's my favorite line.
Oh.
It's goofy. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. I love it.
But somebody wrote it and somebody else okayed it.
Yep.
Right.
We're gonna go with it. Say it.
Just go with it. The real Wade is here. What's up, real Wade? How you doing? He says, "Wow, Phil in her hot dog Sith."
You know me.
With pineapple pizza.
You know me.
Not sure what that means, but it must be like an inner joke for your show or something.
Am I really an evil hot dog Sith, or am I a Ninja Turtle in human form? Since I got my Taekwondo outfit on. Wait.
There you go, Taekwondo. So you got a purple belt there, Phil?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. I never passed the white belt. Just one of those things,
Oh, I am determined to go to my black, which I got like
nice
4, maybe 5 more belts to go.
Don't you guys start like breaking wood and stuff with your hands and with your mind?
With your mind?
Yeah.
With my mind.
About to say, maybe I'm on my way because when I'm in the garage and something goes wrong, wood does get broken with the hands.
Nice.
Usually over my knee, like son of a.
Right.
See, good thing for me, I've broken wood with my hand and with my feet. So.
And with your feet. Okay. Well, anybody can break wood with their feet. You got, it's that hand chop.
Oh, but when you break the board.
But can you say with style though?
Oh yeah. What about your noggin? That's it.
Yeah.
One day. I've been told I got a pretty hard head, so I don't doubt.
Now I've seen people. I know this is way off the subject, but I've seen people like in so far into like karate and nujitsu and all that stuff, where they kick things with their shins, like trees and stuff like that, and their shins like I don't know become callous or something from it, and they can like break a tree down with just their shin kicking it, and it's like,
see,
man,
if I try that,
ouch.
My whole body will crumple.
Yeah, I think my shin would just like break in half,
It somehow vibrate up to my arms and they'd break. So that's how it would work. Pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah,
but can you just imagine someone try and kick a tree and breaking, and you see all the bark come off slowly as if you're in a Fallout game?
I've seen someone try to do that and they broke their actual leg. Like they tried to. It was like an MMA, and the guy tried to.
Oh, I've seen that. I seen that. The whole leg pops off the other direction.
Yeah, that made me never, ever want to try that ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's one of those things where you're like you can feel it just watching it.
And it's one of those things, like most of the internet, you could not look away. Couldn't do it.
Exactly. You wanted to, but you just kept watching like 5, 6, 7 times. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. And then after the 10th time, you're like, that's nasty.
Right, exactly.
First couple of times, you're like, ow, I felt that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh, that's great. So, speaking of like Fallout stuff, let's talk about some other post-apocalyptic shows and movies. Why not?
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
That's
good.
one.
Yeah.
That's a fun show. I like that one. I think there's a part 2 or season 2 coming out on that.
I'll have to watch it. it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Definitely. And that one's on what? What streaming is that?
I think that one was on Max. It's
Oh,
funny
Max?
because I got Max just to watch that and one other show, and then I just kind of let the subscription die.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Actually, I got it for the Game of Thrones prequel and then never watched it, so go figure.
Oh, did you? Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was an okay show, I guess. I never seen it, but they say it's an okay show.
I've heard everyone been saying
We're done
that's
here.
a great. I've heard everyone been saying that it's a great show until you get to the 7th season. Then you can see the it draining.
It's a great show until you get to the final episode, kind of Sopranos style. You had everything going for you, and then suddenly. So at least that's how I felt.
Yeah,
That's how a lot of people felt. Actually, they were like, "What?"
The Sopranos was good.
It was
you
until
like
you
The
got to that
Sopranos?
last episode, and then you're like,
yeah, that's true.
What?
Yeah, like what? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I feel like back in the 90s and 2000s, a lot of shows they didn't know how to end them, so they just
A lot of them, right? Yeah, they either just didn't end and
yeah, and that's it. You know, like
or
okay, we're not going to show anymore. We're not going to make anymore. That's just it.
like they were writing. Ugh.
Yep.
Just done. I'm done. Done. Yeah, I don't know. Put them all in jail and then do a flashback episode.
Yeah, that's it, right? And then and then there's like the shows today. Like my wife likes to watch all that. What are those?
CIS and all that.
CIS,
CSI. CSI. My wife likes those shows too. She's
right,
big on
and those type of shows just never end. Like
never.
The guy dies off, or they write him out somehow, and then you're like, oh well, the show's not the same without these guys. But then it keeps going.
It keeps going, and then he shows back up.
Yeah,
why are you here?
It keeps going, and you're like, okay, well, I guess we're just gonna keep watching these type of shows. Even though
there's one called The Blacklist that my wife watches it, and I've caught bits and pieces of it. Great show, but it's doing that,
Yeah.
You guys could end this seasons ago.
Yeah. What was
it's
that?
Still going on.
What's that?
I think it just finally ended. Finally.
Because I watched the first season and a half, and then I just stopped watching.
Yeah.
I thought it ended in 2019, 2020.
No, it just ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd tell you the ending, but that's okay.
Yeah,
You'll just have to see. It's
ending.
still a great show, though. It's just I think they finally just was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Right, dog. The dog knows.
Yeah, you seen the Book of Eli, right? That's a good.
I have not seen that. I hadn't heard any good things about it either.
Oh well, you can hear it now. I like that movie. It's really cool.
I've wanted to watch it. I think I will.
You should.
Screw what the critics are saying. I think that one I will watch.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them I want to watch, despite the Rotten Tomatoes score and all that.
Yeah. You don't need I usually never list the Rotten Tomatoes. I go by how I feel. I guess that looks good. Maybe I'll watch it. And then
I stopped paying attention to Rotten Tomatoes when they said Captain Marvel was good.
Yeah, I think anybody would. Yeah.
Actually, just recently, I didn't listen to the Rotten Tomatoes. There's a movie on Netflix called "A Knock on the Cabin" with.
Okay.
It's like Fallout, where no. Let's say it this way: it has the potential for jump scares, but it never happens. Remember, you were saying that it's like that, but it's thought provoking though. It will definitely make you think, what would I do in this situation?
Right. Nice.
Yeah, I'd suggest that for people. It's not bad. Not bad.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, those types of shows I can get into. It's kind of thrill seeking, but at the same time, it doesn't not scary. It's not so scary that you're
No,
just
this
gonna,
one's
like,
not scary.
you know.
Yeah, but it definitely will bring up some conversation, especially if you watch it with someone. It will
Yeah.
make you talk about it.
Oh yeah. Definitely. My 12-year-old watched one of the episodes of Fallout with me. All he was doing was talking throughout the whole thing. I think he was getting nervous, you know.
Yeah.
He was getting nervous, and he was like, you know, well, what's gonna happen here? Blah 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 blah. And how does this happen? Or what? Why? And I go, oh, Elijah. Maybe in another year from now we'll watch the whole thing together. You know, I think you'll be old enough by then. But
Yeah.
it's funny.
All I will say is if you guys cannot handle any gory stuff, then Fallout ain't the show for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's got gore, that's for sure. I
It does.
don't know. It's weird. Movie gore doesn't bother me, but if I see it in real life, it bothers me. You know, like
Yeah.
oh, I think it's because my mind knows it's a movie, so it's fake. You know.
Yeah.
And then like when what was it, a long time ago? I had a friend that liked watching just shows, like, I don't know if it was a show or if it was just, you know, like a documentary of people, like, oh, this is how we cut up. It's you know, where doctors are cutting open patients and they're fixing them, and then they close them back up. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
and they really did that, and they were filming it. That stuff.
Oh, I remember what. Yeah.
That stuff I can't watch.
Yeah.
There's like documentary type style.
Right.
Something.
It's difficult.
You know? Yeah, I can't watch that stuff. But a movie, you cut the arm off, cut the head off, slash open the your chest and have all the guts fall out. That doesn't bother me.
You need your gore glorified. That's what
exactly. That's it.
Certified glorified gore.
Yeah, but watching a doctor like cutting open a person and taking something out and sewing it or something and then putting it back in, I can't do that. I don't know why.
As long as they put it back in.
As long as they put it back in, that's right. That's right.
Hate to forget that part. Oops, that's the whole reason why we opened them.
You don't need this. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, replace it.
Fun. Yeah.
Thinking Seinfeld, where, you know, candy falls in there.
Oh yeah. That's great. That's funny. Yeah. Well, you know, I guess that's it for tonight, guys.
Oh, that happened fast.
It did. We're having fun.
We were having too much fun over here.
Yeah. So hey, thanks guys for watching. Thanks for coming on. Don't forget to share the video.
Yeah.
Hit the like button. And go follow everybody that's in the description box below. Ron is there. I have to put Phil.
I am there.
He's not.
Yay.
He's not there. And then what else? If you like what we do here at Inside the Booth, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell button so you get notified for other content coming up. And
I think it's the like button.
Yes. And you know, get some merchandise. We got some merchandise. You can become a member here on YouTube and a member on Patreon. Help us do more stuff for you out there because we want to do more stuff. So, yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Ron, it was a pleasure having you. Phil, good having you.
Pleasure being here.
And
oh, yeah.
We'll see everybody next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Tuesday is what, the 7th? The 7th. We are going to be reviewing Rebel Moon Part 2. So.
Oh, wow. That's one we should have talked about. I started watching the first one.
Did you see the first one? The first one's good. Okay. The first one's okay.
It's
definitely a Zack Snyder movie.
There's some
slow-mo is within slow-mo within slow-mo.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening there.
There is. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching. Do, 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 do. It is the end of the show.
Need a theme song or something.
This
Yeah,
is the theme
right.
song. Do, 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 do.
He's scatting.